Now, y'all, this information pops up on my timeline. Y'all, I don't know why. I guess to keep me in the drama or the gossip section of the algorithm. I don't know. Anyhow, I get on and I'm scrolling earlier today, and it wasn't Peach McIntyre's page, but it was, I guess, somebody who followed her. And what she was saying was that supposedly Peach McIntyre was saying something like that if her husband had an outside baby, that that baby would be treated bad because it was, I guess, I forget the words, something like created out of sin or something. But my idea on that was you can't give angry to a child that did not ask to come to this world. How do these women get upset with everybody around the situation, but you don't give anger energy to that man, but you cry about him? You know what I mean? But you are not giving that anger energy towards the man that actually caused you this pain. That part I don't understand. And I guess I won't ever understand that, because you as a woman are not making that man accountable for his decision to break the contract between you two. You are not making him accountable. And this thing, I think a lot of women don't understand. When you continue to accept a man cheating on you, bringing outside kids into your relationship, when you stay, you teach him to continue to step on you. That's what you teach him when you stay. When he cheats and you stay, you are showing him that you don't care about yourself. You don't have standards. You don't have boundaries. That you will accept him pulling his pants down and taking a poop on you. You are showing him, without using your words, but your behavior, you are showing him to he can continue to pull his pants down and take a literal poop on you. You are showing him you don't have standards that you stand by and stand on. You are showing him with your behavior that you will stay and continue to allow him to continue to jab you in the heart, so to speak, over and over and over. That's when you know that you don't have self-respect, self-love, and self-care. And you're showing him you don't have boundaries. You're showing him that you give less care about yourself, and you are putting him on a pedestal. And you are supposed to put you on a pedestal. That's why I say I am definitely going to be consistent. This past week, I had a lot going on in my personal life, my children's birthdays, celebrations, things like that. So this starting tomorrow, I will be consistent on my YouTube channel, because I really want women to do better when it comes to these relationships with these men. Like I say, ladies, you teach a man how to treat you by the things that you accept within y'all's relationship. You're teaching him that without even saying words. You teach him with your actions what's okay with you and what's not, and what will never be, what you will accept and what you won't. ladies, feel free to add what you think in the comments. And I know that women, that are with men for an extended period of time, their heart is crushed when a man steps out of his marriage and has an outside child, so to speak. And a woman probably feels so broken and so hurt. But at that point, ladies, y'all have to hold that man responsible for his actions, but you are never to try and blame an innocent child or to say that you will treat that child bad or differently. That shows immaturity in your mind when you say that you will treat a child bad or less than or differently than your own child. That child is innocent. That child did not ask to come here. And at that point, if you cannot care for that child or accept that child as your own or treat that child as your own because it's a part of him, then you should cut that man completely off until you mature enough to where you learn in your mind whatever you do to someone's child can come back on yourself or your children. So that's why they always say treat people how you would like to be treated. So because your man created that outside child and he created that situation, you take all that anger and channel it to the one that caused you that pain, not to that child, because that child didn't ask to come here. That child is innocent, and that shows immaturity in your mind to even have any anger at all towards a child. That shows very immature in your mindset. And if cheating and if having an outside child is a deal breaker for you, then you should let the situation go instead of trying to put any anger towards a child, because you would never want to say that man moved on. You would never want your children to be over somewhere and a woman treating your children bad or having a wrong mindset towards your children. Because in my mind, a good mother, I don't care if you had 20 children, but if in your mind you say, that woman, that child deserves any type of foul treatment because something your husband did, is super immature and is not something that a good mother would say at all. It's not something that a good mother would think at all, because it's just totally wrong to say, to think. It's totally wrong to have any hate towards an infant. It's totally wrong. So to me, like, you can't, in my book, in my mind, you cannot call yourself a good mother if you have any ill will towards any children on earth. Period. Y'all ladies got it all wrong. Like, that man is still innocent in your eyes and he's the one that created your hurt. Make it make sense. Let me know what y'all think in them comments.